The purpose of this video is to educate the nursing staff at University of Florida Shands on the basic buttonology of the Capnostream 20P that you will be using to monitor your patient's continuous pulse oximetry via remote monitoring on our VitalSync system. So first and foremost, always make sure that this monitor is plugged into the wall, and when you turn on the power, which is right here in the bottom left-hand corner, the first screen that appears is asking you, should the memory be cleared, yes or no? And always choose yes for a new patient, and that will clear the memory before that was on the monitor. If it is a previous patient, then you can toggle over and choose no and select by pushing in this toggle button, and it'll bring up that patient's previous data. But for this purpose, we're going to highlight in blue yes, press in the toggle, and then it's going to ask you to confirm yes, this is a new patient, and we will. And then the next thing you're going to do is you're going to have your sensor that I have it on my finger partially to show you guys just a quick tidbit about when you place this sensor on your patients. Don't wrap it around in a circle. Wrap it down the cord so it'll be a little more stable and it won't come off as easily. It seems to be more secure like that. And you always put the sensor on the patient first, and then you put the sensor in the cable. And as soon as you hook up the patient, you will see in this bottom right hand corner my SAT and my heart rate will appear, and this little blip bar kind of tracks with my heart rate. And if for any reason you come into a room and you don't believe that this SAT is really what number it is saying and you want to see a waveform, these buttons right here are hard buttons, and you can just press these with your finger. The only two buttons I'm going to show you are this first button is the CO2 pause button, and if you press that, it will give you your pleth waveform. And this will help you validate whether that number is really legitimate or not. And as you can see, that is a pretty good pleth waveform, so I'm going to believe that my SAT is 99 to 100%. And as soon as you have validated that number, you can go back to the main screen by pressing that CO2 pause button again. And the only other hard key that I let nurses know about is this alarm silence button, which can be used for two reasons. One, to silence an alarm. It'll give you a 2-minute alarm silence. Also, if you have a patient that needs to leave and be taken off of monitoring for any reason, do not press the power button and turn it off. Do not unplug the monitor. Always just disconnect the patient from the sensor from the cable, and then you're going to hold this silence button down for 2 seconds, and then you're going to see in the very top of the screen it says SpO2 standby, and that puts it in standby at the bedside, and it also puts it in standby at the nurse's station, so it will not create an alarm at the nurse's station. And then when the patient is ready to come back in the room and to be placed back on monitoring, you just simply place the sensor back into the cable, and you don't have to press any buttons, and the monitor will start monitoring the pulse oximetry and the heart rate. And that is, I'm squeezing my hand and I'm sorry. There you go. That is the basics of the CAP 20P for pulse oximetry, and thank you for your attention.